Hi everyone, I'm Bonita from Pennies to Dollars, and today we are going to talk about emergency situations and how to problem solve your way out of them without spending more money than you need to. I remember a time when someone would ask me, about maybe going somewhere, doing something, buying something, and I would say in defense, I have the money. Like I had to justify to them that I wasn't broke. That is a broke mindset. And many times that sticks in us if we've ever been poor to have that reaction to justify that we do have money to buy whatever it is at the time that someone is asking us. But just because we have the money, does that mean that we should spend it? I live my life where I don't necessarily spend it unless I have no other choice in emergency situations. I pinch pennies, and I truly believe that pennies add up to dollars, and they have for me. And that's why I call my channel Pennies to Dollars. So let me tell you some of the emergency situations we have had in the last 2 weeks and what we have done to problem solve our way out of spending more money in that situation. My husband's van wouldn't start the other day. Now, many people in the modern world in 2023 would say we need to rent a car, especially with us living in the country. We have about an hour's drive each way to work, and we had a day where he had to go to a different city and I had to go to a different city. So rather than rent a car, I took him to the other city, then I drove to work, then I drove back and I got him, and then I came home. The next day he worked in the city that I was in. So I took him to work. I waited until he got off work at 6:30. I went back and got him and we came home. By the second day, we were able to get the van fixed. So we problem solved our way out of renting a car, even though it caused us a little bit of inconvenience. Now, inconvenience sometimes is necessary to save money. And we need to realize that not everything can always be super easy. We sometimes have to take those hard routes so that those situations don't cost us more than we can afford. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean we don't have the money. We do, but I don't want to necessarily spend another $500 on renting a car just because we are down a couple of days. So you see where I'm going with this. So the next situation is our washing machine apparently rusted out and it just ran water all over the floor underneath. We did several different things. It just kept doing it. And so I was just like, we have to get a different washing machine. Now, many people might think, oh, we need to order one online, have it delivered, or we need to go somewhere, have it delivered. But no, of course, we took the harder route. We found a scratch and dent store that was about 45 minutes from us. Now, I didn't know before now that we had a scratch and dent store, and they sell new washing machines, among other things. And the scratch was hardly anything, and I will show that to you. But we were able to get a brand new washing machine with a little scratch in it. Now it was $100 to have it delivered and another $25 to have our old one picked up. I was not willing to pay that. So when I went to pay for the washing machine, when it came in, I asked the guy, I said, would you help my husband load it? And he said, sure, we'll help him load it. And so they helped him load it. He brought it home and we were able to unload it and get it put in there. Now, we've had really good luck with just posting on Facebook Marketplace that we have like scrap metal to pick up, old washing machines to pick up, old refrigerators, air conditioner units. They'll come pick them up for free and then they repair them and resell them. So we just have a washing machine that we will post. Usually it is gone within a few hours, even though we live in the country. Now let me show you this small scratch and dent. Now here is our brand new glass top washing machine. I wanted one with an agitator. I feel that they wash the clothes better. I have not had good luck with the no agitator low water machine. So I specifically requested they find me one of these. All of the warranty has a warranty for a full year. And look, they even marked the little scratch and dent. And can you even see it? It's hardly even a mark. That is it. I don't care about that. I just saved myself $200 or $300 for having this little tiny mark that isn't even hardly noticeable. So the next thing that happened is our water system went down. We had roots that had grown into my submergible pump that was way under the ground. So we've had a repairman here trying to remove roots from my well pump. And as you can imagine, that's going to add up. A week of someone digging in my well trying to get all of the roots out from below ground. So why would I want to make this any more expensive? I don't. So we've had no water for a week and a day, but on the way to work every day, there's a hydrant where we can fill water jugs to water the plants, water the animals, heat on the stove and wash the dishes and flush the toilet. Now, would everybody have done that? No. They probably would have said we need to go to a hotel. But I'm not willing to spend another $700 to $1,000 to stay in a hotel because I don't have water. We also have a lake close by where we can shower, where we could even take the RV if we wanted to. But I chose not to do that. My food is here, my bed is here. There's no reason to make this any harder on myself than needed. Plus, staying at the lake would cost some money. My son also lives not too far away, and we can shower at his house. So see, lots of options if you just take a step back and think, how are we going to deal with this situation and not make it cost us more money? Here, a bunch of years back when my kids were young, our septic tank just totally caved in and disintegrated because it was so old. And we had to get a sewer lagoon put in. Now, we were looking at time with no way to flush the toilet for them to dig the sewer lagoon, put a liner in there because I'm close to a lot of natural springs and I didn't want it just filling up with water, because if it's filled up with water, our toilet still won't flush. So it took a while for them to do this. I want to say it was a couple of months by the time we got the survey, by the time we got the permits and everything that went along with them starting the process and finishing it, where we could have a working toilet. So what did we do again? We rented a porta potty. Yes, we did not go to a hotel. There was 8 of us. We would have had to have had 2 rooms, which would have been very expensive for 2 months. We rented a porta potty, which cost me about $59 a month. I had them put it behind the house where no one could see it, and we used the porta potty. And that's what we did for that entire time. So there are ways to get around these little things that come up that seem like big things, that are actually costly things, but we don't want to make them a bigger costly thing. Now, I do credit a lot of my problem decision skills from my parents because they were Depression era. And the first knee-jerk reaction was never to spend more money to fix a problem. It was to try to spend as least as you could during that problem. And I still use those skills today, which is why I still have a savings that I have not depleted from all of the stupid, crazy things that have happened to me in my lifetime that might have cost a lot more money to get it fixed. So even if you are, say, low on food or things like that have come up, we have found a local within an hour's drive discount Amish grocery store. Now, some of those things are out of date, but you have to know what things are out of date that just don't matter and what things are out of date that do. For instance, I will not buy salad dressing out of date. I will not buy crackers out of date. It's just not worth the risk with the salad dressing. It can make you really sick. And it's just not worth it on the crackers because they can really taste bad fast. But there are things that are packaged that are out of date that just don't matter. And I can save a bunch of money when I'm already going that way. So let me show you what I purchased today from the Amish discount grocery store. So here are two-pound ground sausage, farmland name brand that was frozen for only $3.99 each. That makes it about $2 a pound, which is a really good deal. I was able to get pancake mix, $1.49. And again, this is a really good deal. It says it is good until February of 24 even. And then 2 macaroni and cheeses for 59 cents a box. Now this one expired in December of 22, but as you know, it's only been 6 months. This will be absolutely fine. This one is good until August of 23. And there were more of these if you wanted to get some that were close to expiring but not expired yet. I was also able to get some baking cocoa for only $1.89. And again, this was expired in November of 22. But if you're a baker, you know this stuff lasts for years. I was able to get 2 of these little Lipton noodle soups for 99 cents each. And again, they expired last year, April of 22. But this is a dried mix that you add to water. It's just like pasta and some seasonings. It's absolutely fine, and you won't even know that it's out of date. I was also able to get Jolly Time popcorn for $1.09 a box. Now, these expired in March, but I know from owning a grocery store, it will still pop fine and be absolutely fine in the time that we will use it. Also, kettle corn. This is dated March of 24. Again, $1.09, and it's good for almost another year. And then I got 12 cans of diced tomatoes for 69 cents a can. And they expire in August of 23. And if you can items or you know about canned items, you know that these will last years beyond their date. They are something that's not going to go bad. Your fruits, your vegetables, those are all very, very good to stock up on, even if their date goes out. Now, I am in no way trying to tell you that everyone would want to live the way that I do or make some of the decisions that I made that I just showed you. But what I'm hoping to do is encourage you that if there is an emergency in your household, don't do the knee-jerk reaction. Don't just take the easy way out that will take more money, because that's where our minds go. They automatically go to rent a car, go to the hotel, do something like that. When a lot of times there are ways we can problem solve our ways out of things and make it where we don't deplete our savings when we're already going to have an added expense of whatever originally happened. Now, in the last week, I have spent $3 washing my clothes, $1.50 a load. I brought them home. I hung them on the line. There's no reason to use the dryer and pay extra money. I have a clothesline that I use normally, so I just take it in, do a load, bring it home. And we normally do about 2 loads a week. So I don't feel like I spent any extra money doing that. In fact, I'm sure I saved money doing it that way. But I felt like $3 for last week in added expenses with everything that's happened Not a bad deal. I'll take it. So having the money to spend in an emergency is important, but keeping as much as you can after that emergency has passed is a whole nother skill set. Thanks for watching today, and I hope you have a great day.